Gentlemen, welcome. I have a deck profile for you guys. Recently, locals that I go to, HP, had a half case tourney for the new Stampede set. There was about 50, I think there was just over 50 players, or there was 50 exactly. We ended up 5th, going X1, and yeah, so pretty cool. Lost to one of the boys in, I think it was second to last round. So he was playing Maliss. So unfortunately, we were playing Structure Deck Blue-Eyes Game 3. So spoiler alert, we're playing Odion Blue-Eyes. As if I didn't spoil it in the title already, but smacked the camera there for a second. But we're gonna go ahead and give it a little profile. I really like this deck. I think this is better than the one I had played before in the 3v3. This is a lot better than that one. But I think Fiendsmith may still be pretty solid as well. But I'm going to tweak a couple cards in here and maybe make them a little better. So, yeah, but let's get into it. We have 3 Anubis, the Searcher's Man, best starter. Does lose to Droll, unfortunately, but it is what it is. And then he, non-once per turn, can put traps on the bottom of the deck to special, and Temple of the King's back on the bottom of the deck to special. Pretty cool. I wish he could put Apophis monsters or Apophis cards on the bottom. I hit the camera again, shout out me. To special, that'd be really cool. And or if one of the other cards in here was treated as like a Temple of the King's card or something, I don't know. Or if maybe cards that mention Temple of the Kings, this card would be fucking crazy. But yeah, and then he searches, of course, the 3 Man of the Mark, Odion himself. Shout out Odion. We will save you, Master Merrick. So, but yeah. Man of the Mark does everything. Level 4 spellcaster, as you can see. He searches the spells and traps that mention Man of the Mark. Basically, you're searching the field spell and or temple if you already have field spell, or if you already have field spell, you're searching field spell anyways. And this bridges into your Blue-Eyes line. Very cool. And it also protects, if you have Temple of the Kings out, and him, it protects everything in himself from destruction and battle destruction and card destruction. So super sick, super good. This also pairs together with a card later. And then, of course, the one of Circuit. Circuit is pretty cool. Summoned by banishing a level 10 or higher, and then he searches for Temple. And then he has like a Catastor effect, where he swings, damage that, pop the monster, gain half the attack, as you can see, because he absorbs stuff. But yeah, that's basically the monsters for the Odion side. Just the main, what is that, 7? Super good, super solid. Now on to the Blue-Eyes portion. We have 2 Sage. I'm not playing 3 because I think 3 is too many. You want to cut down on normal summons. So having 3 and 3, these are like your main 5. I don't like having 6. 6 came up too much where I drew them both. Unless you can get like Mausoleum and summon again. That does come up a lot. But like you can search this anyways, so you don't really need another one. So 2 was perfect. I never had a time where I was like, man, I really wish I had that 3rd Sage. Never came up, so pretty cool though. And then we play 3 Maiden. Maiden of White. You know, she's Maiden of White. She sets True Light face up. Not much to say. If you play Blue-Eyes, you know what she does. Very good card. She reborns herself. I can't tell you how many times this lady got Bishop. Too many times. Too many times. But still very good. Yeah. And then, of course, we have, for the rest of the Blue-Eyes cards, we have 2 Vanilla Blue-Eyes and 1 Jet Dragon. I think 2 is correct. 1, I don't like because eventually you will need another one. So I think 2 is really good. And then, of course, the Jet Dragon, I think this card's crazy. It adds to the recursion of the whole deck because the Odion stuff has a lot of recursion. And then, of course, with the Apophis extra deck monster, this one, when she destroys something, you can trigger Jet Dragon if you have Blue-Eyes Engrave, of course, and summon him out. So, and I think Jet Dragon's just a great card, especially with some of the sideboard pieces, but I think Jet Dragon's just a great card, so would recommend. And that is the Blue-Eyes package. As you can see, we're playing full Odion, but not full Blue-Eyes, because, you know, we're cutting down on a Sage. But I think Odion bridges easier into Blue-Eyes than Blue-Eyes does into Odion, so that is why. There is a line that I'll explain later that you can bridge, that I did learn from another played another Blue-Eyes Odion player that was playing in the mirror. I played a mirror against, so pretty cool. Hand traps. Hand traps, of course. We have 3 Droll. We have 3 Ash Blossom. Glare's pretty bad, my bad. And then we have 2 Veiler. And we have 3 Imperm. So, 2 Veiler's good because they're searchable. You don't need 3. And Veiler's like alright right now. Ash I wasn't even going to play, but with talents being at 1, then I didn't really have to worry, although I did get talents twice, so that was really cool. After I hand trap, super sick, appreciate that. And then of course Imperm is Imperm. It puts a trap in the grave for the field spell and whatnot, so that is the hand traps. Pretty standard if I'm being honest. And then for the spells, we play 3 Treasure and 1 Temple. And the reason why we play 3 Treasure, 1 Temple is because this is your main starter. Treasure, on activation, sets the Apophis trap card, or a Apophis trap card. And then soft once per turn can search if you have 2 set cards or a trap in the grave. So if you Imperm going second, you can just use this straight off the bat. Searches, and then of course it's treated as Temple of the Kings while face up on the field. Very cool. I wish it was treated as Temple of the Kings everywhere, also in the grave. That way Anubis would be better, but it doesn't, so you can only shuffle this back. You have to play this unless you activate a trap. Card's good. I mean, card's mid, but card's good. So, but yeah. And then if they leave this on the field, you can call the effect on your next turn, search, and then activate another one on top of it and search again. Shit's so good. So yeah, love that card. And then we have 3 Wishes. It's great. Discard 1, search for literally anything you need. And then we play 1 Roar and 1 Mausoleum. I might cut Roar. I cited Roar out a lot. But I might swap it for the Fusion one, because I needed more recyclability sometimes in the grind game, and I think the Fusion spell does it more for Ultimate Fusion. I think I have one over there, but yeah, so I don't know. I'll try it out, but and playing Roar I used a lot actually, but it does lock you into dragons, which is like alright, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And then 3 as we played Called By, Talents, and Terraforming. Terraforming searches the field spell. Talents is Talents. Called By is Called By. No cross out. I was playing cross out, but I cut it, and I did not miss it anywhere. I didn't get nibbed today either, or yesterday at all. So I did not respect nib at all, and it paid off. Shout out. And then of course for the trap cards, we have 1 Apophis Serpent, 2 Swamp Deities. These are Desert Renegades. This sets the Desert Renegade, and let's activate the same turn that it's set. Very good. And they're pretty big. 2K. These are 2K. This is 16. But I mean, these sometimes you just activate in the main phase and just go swing for battle. So pretty sick. Pretty good. Pretty good. And then of course the other traps are Majesties and True Light, because they are mandatory. Majesties, great card. Pop stuff. Trigger Jet Dragon. True Light, of course, you guys all know True Light. And also pop stuff on your field. Shout out. Anyways, extra deck. We have Scylla Hat Rabbit, the best guy. Oh my god, can we like... There we go. Scylla Hat Rabbit, the best... Can I focus on him? Possible, maybe? Maybe even a little? Best boy. Anyways, and then we have SP. These are kind of your generic Link 2s. The only issue with these are being that you need 2 level 4, Jesus. 2 effect monsters, which is like fine, but sometimes you get into a point where you have like a blue, like yesterday I had a Blue-Eyes. I had 2 Blue-Eyes on the field. Nothing to do with them. So I couldn't link them off or anything, which was kind of tough. But ended up winning that game anyways, so it's okay. And then I never made SP ones. I actually never made Rabbit ones yesterday, which was also awkward. And then for the other Link 2s, the other cards we have 2 Spirit. Linking the man off into Spirit is a great line. And then doing basically full Blue-Eyes combo from there is very cool. especially if you get like imperm and you're like sick. Anyways, spirit effect search, and then you can kind of play from there. Usually your stuff is like 2-card combos, but if you have 1 card, you can do your best. And then of course 1 seal. There were many times where I would go spirit into spirit, or link into spirit, and then link another one into spirit, and then link into seals, because you need to. And then of course you could recycle these by using the fusion spell. Didn't play the fusion spell, couldn't cycle them, but it's all right. 2 spirit dragon. This is kind of your main boy, your main guy that you want to end in, and he tags into really anything and negates graveyard stuff. So pretty good against Fiendsmith shenanigans. 2 spirit though, super solid. You end with a lot of spirits, usually 1 or 2 each time with seals or something, an Apophis trap or something like that. So typically end with some kind of end board like that. And then of course we have the things that you can either tag into or hard make. We have Lightstorm Dragon, came up twice, and then we have Ancient Fairy Dragon, did not use, and then of course we have Spirit Dragon. Can't make this, but you can make these. This of course, Ultimate Spirit, you tag in with this guy over here for the negate on field. AFD is actually the bridge between Blue-Eyes into Odion, because you can tag out from this into AFD. AFD pop the field spell, search for temple or treasures, and then you can activate treasures on the following turn. Very cool. You can also hard make this using any of the tuners and the Apophis, whether it be the trap or the fusion monster. You can hard make this as well. And then you can also special summon a man from your hand if you have an extra one or something. Very cool. Lightstorm, you can hard make specials, pops back row, +1 for each one. Came up twice, was very good, and then when it dies, it resets a spell trap. Incredible that it resets a spell trap. But you can't activate that spell trap unless you control an normal monster, but usually you're setting like, I don't know, fucking Imperm or something, I don't know, depending on what time. I don't even remember setting a trap. I think maybe I set 1. I don't even think I activated it, but it is there. So those are basically all the, I think those are all the synchros. Those are all the synchros that we do play. And then for fusions, we play 1 Tyrant. I might want to play 2 of this. And then we play 1 Neo to attach to make Tyrant, of course. And then we play 2 of the Divine Serpent Apophis. I think 2 is, I did it again, I hit the thing. I think 2 is correct. 1, when I was testing, it would come up that I would want a second one. So I think 2 is really good. It just like, you contact fuse this and then reset the things you use to contact fuse. It's just so good. And it pops, sets off Jet Dragon. It's very, very good. And then of course Tyrant is really good because he can swing at everything. He's like the best board breaker, unaffected by traps. So if they blow up True Light, cool. Resets traps, so you can reset your Apophis. So you swing and then reset your Apophis trap that you necessarily didn't recycle back using Anubis. So you still have access to all of them. Or if you wanted to leave one, you could set Imperm, or if you're siding, you could set something else from the side, Majesties, stuff like that. So I really like this. And then of course we play 1 Typhon because Typhon's a pretty solid card. I think he's pretty good. So yeah, anyways, side deck, we play, theoretically we play these. They don't need explanation. We play 3 Solemn Judgment. We play 3 Solemn Strike. We played Lightning Storm Harpies, and then we played Evenly. These I cited every single time I went second. I never cited Judgment. I always cited Solemn or Strike going first, and then I cited this against Maliss. Shocker. But yeah. Evenly and Lightning Storm are incredible cards. Same with Harpies. Great cards. Solemn Strike is an incredible card as well as Judgment, and Good Boy Green over here is also a good card. But yeah, that's basically the whole profile. AFD is a good card, I think, in this deck, because if you just have Mausoleum up, you just summon AFD, pop this, gain 1,000, and then you can search for treasures and just kind of have your shit going for the next turn, which is super good. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed. Did pretty well. I don't have the things I pulled there in a binder. I got some packs for getting 5th, and I pulled 2. We got how many packs? Six packs for 5th through 8th. So I got I pulled 2 Fuas, I pulled a super and an ultra, and then I pulled a alt art effect veiler. So pretty good for getting 5th, I would say. But yeah, pretty solid pulls for getting 5th. That's my Blue-Eyes Odion deck. I think this deck's really fun. I think it's really good. I think it has a lot of potential, and I'm gonna keep testing it to try to find like how to really make the deck really good. And I think I'm gonna try the Ultimate Fusion quick play spell just so I can recycle the dragons, because sometimes I'd want to like make Tyrant again or something. So yeah. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later. Peace.